is taken from Deuteronomy chapter 32, verses 1 through 21, and this is going to be given by Brother Chase Tate. He is from the North Congregation in Orange. Orange, that's it. Very good. Let's follow along rather, as he reads Deuteronomy 32, 1 through 21.
Give ear, O heavens, and let me speak, and let the earth hear the sayings of my mouth. My instruction will drip as the rain. My saying will trickle as the dew. As gentle rains upon grass, and as copious showers upon vegetation. For I shall declare the name of Jehovah. Do you attribute greatness to our God? The rock, perfect is his activity, for all his ways are justice. A God of faithfulness, with whom there is no injustice. Righteous and upright is he. They have acted ruinously on their own part. They are not his children. The defect is their own. A generation crooked and twisted. Is it to Jehovah that you keep doing this way? O people stupid and not wise? Is he not your Father who has produced you? He who made you and proceeded to give you stability? Remember the days of old. Consider the years back from generation to generation. Ask your father, and he could tell you. Your old men, and they could say it to you. When the Most High gave the nations an inheritance, when he parted the sons of Adam from one another, he proceeded to fix the boundary of the peoples, with regard for the number of the sons of Israel. For Jehovah's share is his people. Jacob is the allotment that he inherits. He came to find him in a wilderness land, and in an empty, howling desert, he began to encircle him, to take care of him, to safeguard him as the pupil of his eye. Just as an eagle stirs up its nest, hovers over its fledglings, spreads out its wings, takes them, carries them on its pinions. Jehovah alone kept leading him, and there was no foreign god along with him. He kept making him ride upon earth's high places, so that he ate the produce of the field. And he kept making him suck honey out of a crag, and oil out of a flinty rock, butter of the herd and milk of the flock, together with the fat of rams, and male sheep, the breed of Bashan, and he-goats, together with the kidney fat of wheat. And the blood of the grape you kept drinking as wine. When Jeshurun began to grow fat, then he kicked. You have grown fat, you have become thick, you have become gorged. So he forsook God, who made him, and despised the rock of his salvation. They began inciting him to jealousy with strange gods. With detestable things they kept offending him. They went sacrificing to demons, not to God, gods whom they had not known. New ones who recently came in, with whom your forefathers were not acquainted. The rock who fathered you, you proceed to forget, and you began to leave God out of memory, the one bringing you forth with childbirth pains. When Jehovah saw it, then he came to disrespect them, because of the vexation his sons and his daughters gave. So he said, let me conceal my face from them. Let me see what their end will be afterward. For they are a generation of perverseness, sons in whom there is no faithfulness. They, for their part, have incited me to jealousy with what is no God. They have vexed me with their vain idols. And I, for my part, shall incite them to jealousy with what is no people. With a stupid nation I shall offend them.
Thank you very much, Brother Tate. We certainly enjoyed that Bible reading. Notice he didn't rush through the reading. Sometimes we have a 2-minute Bible reading when it's given 4. And it's very good that he took his time in reading it. Matter of fact, the school overseer had him working on pausing. That's on page 97 in your BE book. We hope you always bring your BE books to the school and follow along. One of the things about pausing that we like to have is change of thought. And it helps us also to get clear what is being said. As an example, in verse 8, as we look down through this, this is a song, and because of that, there are capital letters often there, but not at the beginning of sentences. You notice in verse 8, the first part there's a comma, the next part there's a comma, and the next one there isn't a comma as you go through. So he read that properly. He didn't stop where we would have a period after each one. But there was the pause for a comma, and where there was not a comma, where it ended the boundaries of the people with regard to the number of the sons of Israel. He read it properly. So we're getting the right sense of things. And that's partly what pausing can do. It can add for emphasis also. The brother did a fine job on his reading, and we appreciate that.